Good morning. Wanted to share some thoughts about the first impressions. Impressions when we are meeting someone for the first time or experiencing something for the first time. These first impressions sometimes leave a mark on us that lasts our entire lives. With time and wisdom, I think we learned that we should take these first impressions with a bit of skepticism, right? Yes, they are important, but sometimes even the wisest get fooled by the first impressions. There's people that spend a lot of time cultivating this persona, sharpening this persona to seduce, to be likable. They are full of glamour and they can fool anyone. First impression that you have of that person, oh, he's excellent, full of energy. Oh, wow, I can't have enough of it. And chances are that person later reveals that it was all a theatrical play. It's not that true personality at all, right? So, first impressions can be deceiving. When meeting someone normal, someone who's not a narcissist or a psychopath, when meeting someone normal, you can, sometimes also, get fooled by the first impressions. Why? When meeting someone for the first time, you should be, humble about this experience and maybe realize or acknowledge that this person could be fighting a very, a fierce battle, an inner battle, right? Most of us are fighting the same battle, yes? What are you talking about? You see, the spiritual is in constant conflict with the physical. The spirit doesn't like to be here. The spirit hates it sometimes, and the spirit is constantly battling the physical. There's an allegory. The physical is represented by a red devil, and he stands in the right side of your shoulder, and the spirit, it's an angel in the left side of your shoulder, or vice versa. I don't know exactly right now, but it's one in each side, and they are constantly battling. So when meeting a person for the first time, they might be, you know, in a conflict, in a fierce conflict, an inner conflict, and your first impressions can be deceiving. Oh no, this person doesn't seem all right. Did you see? Right? He wasn't that convincing at all, right? Dating also happens, also happens in dating, and with online experience, I think the ones who cultivate personas and edit their pictures are having more success than everybody else, who is not used to fabricating personas and mise en scenes, fabricating this theatrical play. So anyone that is honest was not going to be first impressions. It's not going to be very seducing, right? So So when meeting someone, be careful. Are you meeting a persona? Are you meeting, someone behind a mask, or are you actually meeting someone who's actually in a battle right now, in a battlefield with the psychophysical and the spiritual? And it could be also something else, something dramatic that happened in their life, the death of a loved one, troubles of work, health issues. I mean, it could be stuff about the psychophysical, about the physical or relationships or things around them in their immediate around them, right? But it could also be the spiritual. The spiritual is always at odds. You see, it's my opinion that the spiritual is not divine. I think the spiritual is here to learn a lesson as well. Yes. Upon, the separation of spirit and body, the only thing that gets purified, I think, it's the spirit. Meaning, everything that happened here stays here. The only thing, memories, your experiences, your personality, your belongings, I mean, everything stays behind. The only thing that goes with the spirit is wisdom. And I think that's the purpose of all this, is to teach the spirit a lesson, you know, one lesson or multiple lessons. I don't know. But I think you come back, actually. The spirit returns, because the spirit might like this. The spirit might want to return. It hasn't learned its lesson yet. That is called the transmigration of the soul. The soul just keeps coming back, hasn't had enough of this place, so it just keeps reincarnating. Should I say transmigrating? Because reincarnation is a different thing. It's never been taught in old schools. Reincarnation is almost like this obsession over immortality. They think that the person, the psychophysical, the avatar, I'm sorry, the ego, is going to be immortal somehow and is going to be reborn with the same memories and personality. No, that's not possible at all, But it stems from that obsession over immortality. Transmigration of the soul, that is taught, in ancient philosophy, but not um, reincarnation. I mean, there's a way of reincarnating somehow, but don't expect the persona to reincarnate as well. I don't expect that to happen too, as well. Well, an easy way to reincarnate is to have children. Definitely, yes, that's a way of reincarnating, or making a clone. That's also a way of reincarnating. But this new vessel is not gonna inherit the same ego or persona. No, that's why they are, going from that idea to the transhumanist idea. Transhumanism is also an obsession over immortality. So, yeah, the spiritual is in constant conflict with the physical. The spiritual is do this, do that, go left, go right. You shouldn't have done things like this. You shouldn't have done things like that. I don't like this. The spiritual is frustrated and in a battle with the physical. When people get extremely angry or sad or depressed, or that is spiritual modulation. That is spiritual polarization. Yeah. So there's some people who don't feel those things at all. So often you wonder what kind of spirit is driving that avatar. They don't seem to suffer from, all these existential and stuff that most people of us, suffer from. Anyway, I think I'm going to shut up now. Have a nice day.